અવાજ તો જાય છે.
Beta, please mute yourself, okay?
Okay, ma'am, I have made you the host.
Yeah, done. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, Beta. So we have started the synthetic fiber to fabric, right? Yes.
Right.
Previous session we have started with that fiber to fabric, and we have started with that introduction part, exactly how that clothes are the final product or some of the other accessories that we can say, right? Now, okay, just a second. We are going to continue with that portion only, but till that portion, if you are having any question, you can ask me. Okay.
मैम अंश अच्छे लग रहे हैं बाल सेट करने पे उसका ध्यान है.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, in chapter 2 we have discussed question answers. Ma'am, we have to write our own.
Question answers, yes, beta. If you are facing any difficulties, you can ask me, right? You can ask me, right? That's why we have discussed. Okay, beta. Clear, no?
Yes, ma'am.
If you want, then we can revise that once again. If you want any explanation for any of that question, I will revise that once again. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Just give me a moment. Okay. So we have started from the sources, right? And then we have started that from where we can get our wool, right? That was the point. And after that, at different regions, we'll find out the different animals, right? That from where we can just find out our natural resource. Natural resource or what is that? Natural resource of fiber. We are having two types, right? Are you able to see the screen, beta?
Yes.
All of you? Okay, fine. So we have completed this portion, right? And you know that what are those animals? Now we will start with the next point. And that is from fiber to wool. Okay, what are the process? Exact process, right? We are going to start with that. We completed till this portion, right? Processing fibers into wool. Now that is our next portion. So any question, beta, till this part?
Oh, ma'am.
No questions? Sure?
Yes.
Okay, just a second. It's loading right now. Give me a moment. Okay, it will take 1 minute, okay? 1 or 2 minutes, and it will get cleared. So wait for a while, beta, okay? Just don't shout, ma'am, it's blur, it's blur. Okay? Fine. Fine. We'll start with the process now. Exactly how your fiber will get converted into wool. Okay?
Processing fiber into wool. We cannot use fibers obtained from sheep
directly for making sweaters, shawls, and many other things. Instead, these are processed in stepwise manner. Here,
these steps are important, beta. Okay, to produce that wool, shearing, scouring, shorting means triple S. Okay, shearing, scouring, shorting. Don't worry about this complicated words. After that, it will be followed by dyeing. Okay, dyeing means we are going to just dye it with the different colors. So we need to understand basically these three steps, right? Once we'll get that fiber from the animal, what will happen? First step is shearing.
in this lesson, we will learn how fibers are processed into wool. The first step is shearing. The layer of hairs around the sheep body is called fleece. Shearing is the process of removing fleece and the thin layer of skin from the sheep body.
Now this is important. Shear, you know the shaving, right? Shaving means you are going to remove the hair from, means you are going to remove the beard, right? Similarly here, we are going to remove the hair from the skin of the sheep, right? But the first thin layer of skin also will get removed, okay? So this process of removing fleece means what? Hair of the sheep, right? That is known as shearing, shear.
For this process, tools similar to those used by barbers are used.
Okay, can you
the
see
outer
that
skin of animal body is dead. So, shearing does not harm the sheep.
Now this question is important. If you are going to remove this thin layer of skin with the hair, it's going to hurt this sheep or not? No, because the first layer always in animals, and whether we are taking that example in case of human beings, that will be dead skin. Okay, you will see that generally that first layer will get removed from our body. So that dead skin, just because we are removing dead skin, so it will not hurt that sheep. And here you can see how he is removing the hair from the sheep. So this process is known as shearing. Simple.
However, this process must be done during hot weather. The reason is simple. If shearing is done in winter, then the cold climate could harm the sheep, since the protective layer.
Okay, why is it so? Because right now we are not wearing sweater. We don't need to protect our skin or body. Okay, right now we are not wearing sweater because it's hot already outside. But we are going to do that in winter. Okay, because the climate will be cold, right? So in a similar manner, they are having this wool, or you can say that we are going to manufacture a wool, right? So they are having this natural protection. If we are going to remove that in winter, it will be harmful. Harmful means they cannot survive it easily without their natural sweater, right? We can say that this is their natural sweater.
Layer is not present. However, in hot weather, they can remain safe even if there is no protective layer. After shearing, the skin rebuilds in some days and the hair starts growing again. Shearing provides fibers.
Fibers means this hair-like structure, those are nothing but what fibers. Fibers are thin thread-like structure. Okay.
After shearing, the next step is scouring. The hairs, that is fibers, obtained from shearing contains dirt such as grease and dust. It must be removed before further processing. Thus, the sheared skin along with hairs is washed thoroughly to remove dirt.
Can you see it here?
It is called?
It's something like if we are wearing clothes or sweaters, right? We need to just wash it after some time. Otherwise, what will happen? It will become dirty, right? In a similar manner, because we are going to remove this fibers from the animal body, and animal bodies just like us, that we are releasing the oil. Okay, so that oil or grease that we need to remove directly, we cannot prepare wool out of these fibers, right? We need to prepare that a branded new, you know, that whether it's fabric, whether it's your clothes, your accessories, anything. So we need to clarify this, and this is the raw material. It's something like अगर हम vegetables or fruits अगर farm से अगर निकाल के लाते हैं, तो we need to clean it, right? So we need to just properly clean it, right? And then we are going to just chop it and we'll use. Similarly, here we need to remove the grease dust particles from that fiber. So we are going to wash it.
Scouring. It is done by hand or by machines. It is then dried and sent to factory. Scouring provides clean fibers.
So what's the meaning of scouring? Scouring means cleaning of the fibers. After that, it will just send to factory. Yes, we need to dry it. Otherwise, what will happen? It can cause that any of that fungi can develop there, or you can say that if it will remain wet, right, then we cannot process any further step on that particular fiber.
After scouring, the next step is sorting. In this step, the clean fibers are taken to factory where they are separated according to the texture such as length and color.
Okay, means you will see that in our case also. Okay, the length of the hair, it may vary, है ना, कोई hair लंबा होगा, कोई छोटा होगा, and also colors also vary. Okay, अगर किसी के बालों का color देखो, that will be different, brown, somewhere it will be blonde color. Okay, so in the similar manner, you must be having the same example here. So we need to separate it out, right, depending upon the length and color, means texture, right?
The fine hairs are used to make cloths, while coarse hairs are used to make
अच्छा, that we have seen, right? Fine hairs यानी smooth hairs कहाँ पे होंगे? On the head, you will find out coarse hair, right? And on the skin, you will find out fine hairs. तो इन दोनों को separate किया जाएगा because we want that smooth structure of that fibers in case of clothes, and for carpets and rugs, we need that hard, coarse structure, right?
rugs. There are small fluffy fibers called burrs present in the fleece. These are removed and used as burrs on sweaters.
Okay, what are the burrs? Smaller size of fiber, okay, that is known as burrs. You might have seen यहाँ पे बहुत ही अच्छा example दिखा है कि कुछ sweaters के neck part में, right, when we are going to wear that cap, वहाँ पे छोटे-छोटे fibers होते हैं, okay, just like that, those burrs are nothing but what? Small size of that fiber, thread-like structure.
The next step in processing wool is dyeing. The fibers are dyed, that is, colored according to need. Since fibers are white, brown or black naturally, therefore, other colors are used for dyeing.
अगर naturally, if we are going to collect that from the animals, तो सिर्फ ये 3 color मिलेंगे, right? But if we are going to produce it in factory synthetically, then we are having lots of colors. But if we want to do that with natural one, we need to dye it, है ना? क्योंकि हम सिर्फ ये 3 color तो नहीं पहनेंगे, right? We are going to have different types of colors, vibrant colors, right?
After dyeing, fibers are straightened, combed and rolled into yarn.
Okay, now why it's important? Straightened means what? You will see that hair. हम comb क्यों करते हैं? We need to just arrange it properly, right? So the similar manner, we are going to straight it, comb it. Comb it यानी इसके अंदर जितने भी complicated structure यानी complex हो गए होंगे, right? Then we need to remove, right? And then we are going to roll it in the yarn. So easily हम अलग-अलग color के अगर yarn prepare कर लेंगे, we can just manufacture that fabric, right? Here you can see that yarn.
This is how a woolen yarn is obtained. There are two types of fibers, longer fiber and shorter fiber. Longer fibers are used for making sweaters, while shorter fibers are used for making woolen clothes. So, I hope you have understood how fibers are converted into wool. For more such videos,
okay, this process is clear, but we are going to see that in detail now. That is important. Okay, this one. Okay, step 1. Here you can see that we have seen shearing, right? Shearing means machines similar to those used for the barbers that we have seen in that video that will be used to remove the first layer of skin and the hair from the body of that animal. Okay, that is shearing. After that, we are having few examples that were ships that we are having in India, some of the breeds. Okay, here you can see the breed name Lohi. The quality of wood is very good quality. Okay, that we are going to see those breed in Rajasthan, Punjab. Rampur Busher, that is a brown fleece. We are going to get a brown fleece from that. See, what are those examples? ये जो examples है वो sheep के breed के नाम है. Okay, ब्रीड के नाम, सिलेक्टिव ब्रीड हमने देखा था राइट लास्ट सेशन में. सिलेक्टिव ब्रीड यानी इसमें पेरेंट्स को चूज किया जाता है, एंड वॉट एवर द न्यू बॉर्न बेबी शिप विल बी देयर, दैट इज नोन एज ब्रीड. ओके, तो लोही यानी शिप के भी बहुत सारे टाइप्स हो गए, उसमें से एक लोही है राइट. सेकेंड है रामपुर बुशेर, तो उससे हमें कैसा फ्लीस मिलेगा, ब्राउन. देन वो कहाँ से मिले, स्पेसिफिकली अगर कोई हम जगह की स्टेट की बात करें तो वेयर वी आर गोइंग टू फाउंड इट, उत्तर प्रदेश एंड हिमाचल प्रदेश. ओके, नली कारपेट का वूल बनाना, बिकॉज देयर विल फाइंड आउट दैट कोर्स hair will be more in that case. And Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab, those are the examples where we can find out that. Then Bakharwal for woolen shawl, अगर woolen की shawl बनानी है तो right, we are going to get it from Jammu and Kashmir. Marwadi coarse wool मिलेगा, and then we are going to have them basically from Gujarat. Also Patanwadi for hosiery. Hosiery means you know that one material, nylon like material, okay, that if you are going to wear it, if you are going to just soak it inside the water, easily it will get dried, right? That is hosiery material. So this type of wool that we are going to get it from this type of breeds. Okay, now second step was scouring. Scouring, you know that we need to remove the dust particle, grease, okay, and dirt from the that particular fleece. Third part, sorting. Sorting means what? This will be sent to the factory where the process will start. Okay, what is this process? Separation of coarse hair and separation of thin hair or smooth hair. After that, it will be followed by what? Shearing, scouring and sorting. Sorting यानी we are sorting out. What we are sorting out? हम sort out कर रहे हैं कि ये hair कौन से वाले structure में जाएगा. Fine hair है, smooth hair है या फिर coarse. Yes, yes बेटा. After that, dyeing. Dyeing means we are going to just, what we are going to do? We are going to give them chemical treatment. Okay, means that we are going to see that in synthetic fibers. Here you can see that after that the process is straightening, comb and rolling. Straight करना इसलिए जरूरी है because हम animal hair अगर remove कर रहे हैं, we need to just first of all arrange those hairs, right? And then we are going to get converted them into yarns, and then yarns, fabric के लिए machines होते, we are having that scouring machines. These are the scouring machines, but still we are having some machine, right? So that we can convert our fiber to fabric. Then it will be rolled into yarn. आपने देखा होगा, then whenever you are visiting that materials की जो shop होती है, right? तो पूरा एक बंडल में रखते हैं, right? पूरा का पूरा, उसमें से हम 1 या 2 मीटर 3 मीटर का पूरा फैब्रिक कट करवाते हैं, right? So what is that? What is that, beta? That is your yarn. Okay, पूरा fabric है. Now, after that, what is birds? Birds यानी क्या? Sorting कर लिया. Sorting यानी छोटे और जो smooth hair है वो अलग कर दिए, length और color wise अलग कर लिए है. Now you are going to cleaning the birds. Birds यानी छोटे छोटे जो fibers है hair के वो. Fine. After that, dyeing and then rolling. Dyeing means we are going to give that color to that fiber. Now, next part is occupational hazard. What's the meaning of occupation? Occupation means what, first of all? Beta, you are not audible.
What, ma'am?
Occupation means what?
Work or job.
Correct. Okay, occupational hazard means there are some jobs that can cause or it can be harmful for your body. ऑक्यूपेशनल हैजार्ड. अगर आप किसी लेबोरेटरी में काम कर रहे हो जहां पे अभी आप कोरोना वायरस से डील कर रहे हो, यानी कोरोना पेशेंट का अगर कोई आप सैंपल ले रहे हो, सो दैट इज ऑक्यूपेशनल हैजार्ड, यानी जहां पे आप काम कर रहे हो वहां से वो डिजीज आपको आ सकता है, राइट? सो इन अ वुलन इंडस्ट्री, वुलन इंडस्ट्री यानी जहां पर वूल बनता है, राइट? Wool industry is an important means of livelihood for many people. Beta, please mute yourself. Done? Okay. Many people in our country, they are facing such type of, suppose if you take example, sorter's job is risky as sometimes they get infected by one bacteria, anthrax, okay, which causes the fatal blood disease called sorter's disease. And such risk will be faced by the workers, those who are working in industry, called occupational hazard. Okay, first of all, what is this sorter disease? Okay, ये समझना पड़ेगा, then only you will understand exactly what they are trying to say. Okay, एक example कोरोना वाला समझ में आ गया. अगर डॉक्टर्स है, they are working with the patients, those who are already infected, right? तो the same thing that we can apply in this disease also. Okay, तो ऐसा डिसीज जो कहाँ से हो गए, ऑक्यूपेशन जहां पे आप काम करते हो वहां से, राइट? तो हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दिस एंथ्रेक्स? वुल शॉर्टर्स डिसीज, यानी वुल के अंदर कुछ ऐसे बैक्टीरिया प्रेजेंट होते हैं जिनकी वजह से ये डिसीज होगा, शॉर्टर डिसीज, और जो ब्लड में जाके मिक्स हो जाएगा, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई इट्स नोन एज, डिसीज का नाम क्या है? एंथ्रेक्स. फाइन. वुल अगर उसका इन्फेक्टेड एनिमल से लिया जाएगा और अगर वो आपके ब्लड में, यानी आप अगर उसके कांटेक्ट में आते हो, सो इट कैन कॉज दिस एंथ्रेक्स. ओके, एंथ्रेक्स वो डिजीज का नाम है. दूसरा नाम है शॉर्टर्स डिजीज, दिस वन, शॉर्टर्स डिजीज, राइट? तो ये आया कहाँ पर? वूल इंडस्ट्री में जो भी वर्कर काम करते हैं उनको आएगा. कहाँ से आया? वुल से, जो वुल से आपने कलेक्ट किया है फ्रॉम द एनिमल्स, राइट? तो और वो होगा किससे? स्पेसिफिक टाइप ऑफ बैक्टीरिया जो वुल में रहते हैं, है ना, एनिमल्स के हेयर में. एंड दोज बैक्टीरियाज आर बेसिलस, बेसिलस एंथ्रेसिस. फाइन. डिजीज का नाम है एंथ्रेक्स या फिर शॉर्टर डिजीज. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई इट्स नोन एज ऑक्यूपेशनल हैजार्ड. ओके, नाउ अच्छा, ये दोनों क्वेश्चंस के आंसर कौन बताएगा? That why it hurts when someone pulls his hair but not when he goes for a haircut. बहुत ही सिंपल सा आंसर है, राइट? यस बेटा, क्वेश्चन इज दैट कि आप हेयर कट कराते हो तब आपको कोई कुछ हर्ट नहीं होता है, राइट? यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू फेस एनी पेन. बट इफ समवन विल जस्ट स्नैच योर हेयर, है ना, अगर गलती से किसी ने खींच लिए, सो इट विल हर्ट. व्हाई?
Ma'am, when we cut our hair, we are cutting, not taking out it.
वी आर कटिंग व्हाट?
Hair.
हाँ, वो तो पता चल गया.
हम पूरा नहीं काटते ना, नीचे से.
करेक्ट, करेक्ट, रूट से नहीं काटते. और हम क्या करते हैं? वी आर यूजिंग दैट व्हाट? कैची, right? We are using scissor, and that's why what will happen, we are not going to cut it from the base is something like we are going to just remove it from the roots, है ना? रूट से अगर रिमूव करोगे, और वो भी कैसे? पुल करके. okay, so it will apply that more force there. But in case of scissor, it will not even, you will not even get it that hair cut हो रहा है, right? सिर्फ आवाज सुनाई देगी कि हाँ, that scissor is doing something with my hair. okay, because we are doing it from that half a part of that hair. Second thing, Bozo is wondering why a cotton garment cannot keep us warm in winter, okay, as a woolen sweater does. बहुत ही simple question है.
मैम कहना,
हाँ बेटा.
because the cotton garment is very thin.
Thin, अच्छा, या फिर क्या बोल सकते हैं? That your cotton garment is made up of what? Cotton seeds, है ना? कॉटन का बना है, मीन्स नेचुरल फाइबर्स. एंड द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ कॉटन सीड, कॉटन फाइबर, दैट इज इट विल अलाउ द एयर टू पास ऑन. मीन्स वो क्या, कैसा काम करेगा? वेंटिलेशन का. मीन्स एट द टाइम इन समर, इफ यू आर गोइंग टू वेयर कॉटन, तो इजीली एयर क्लोथ्स और क्लोथ्स के अंदर और बाहर दोनों साइड पे मूव कर सकती है. बट वुल, व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द वुल? वुल जो एयर है जो बाहर से आ रही है, इट्स गोइंग टू ट्रैप इट इन दिस स्वेटर, और वो स्वेटर के अंदर यानी बॉडी तक नहीं पहुंच पाएगी, है ना? सो इट विल जस्ट वार्म यू, मींस इट विल प्रोवाइड दैट वार्मथ. ओके, फाइन. नाउ वी स्टार्ट विद दैट सिल्क प्रोडक्शन. अच्छा, इससे पहले हमें समझना पड़ेगा व्हाई वी आर डिस्कसिंग दिस, बिकॉज आवर सेकंड पार्ट इज सिल्क. वूल के बाद व्हाट इज द सेकंड पार्ट? सिल्क. ओके, फ्रॉम वेयर वी आर गेटिंग इट? सिल्क. Silkworms.
animals.
Silkworms, beta, worms. Animals nahi, silkworm. Okay, we will see that. Don't worry. Exactly how does it look? So one of you please start reading it.
What, ma'am?
One of you please start reading it from the silk. Okay, just a second. I'll let you know. Diya, Rutwa, or Dara, if you want to just read that, beta. Dakshan.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, beta. Okay, I'll share the screen.
Yes.
Silk.
Ma'am, can I?
Beta, turn right on.
The female silk moth lays
Here, beta, here. From
Okay.
here. Silk fibers are
Silk
also
fibers
animal.
are also animal fibers. Silkworms spin the silk fiber. The rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is called sericulture. Find out from your mother, auntie, grandmother the kind of silk sarees they have. These the kind of silk. Before we discuss the process of obtaining silk, it is necessary to know the interesting
Okay.
life.
First of all,
Like-
what is sericulture? Okay, wait, beta, just a second. What is sericulture? Sericulture means that we are going to
From which the
extract.
silk is obtained.
Correct. We are going to extract this silk from the silkworms, right? That is known as sericulture. Seri word is related to silk, or you can say that the silkworms, and we are going to culture. Culture means we are going to grow it more in number. Okay, culture means always what's the meaning? We are going to grow something more in number. Okay, that is known as sericulture. Yes, Vira. Yes, next, who will read that?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, Vira.
Ma'am, from before.
Life history of silkworm.
Yes, the female silk moth lays eggs from which hatch larvae, which are called caterpillar or silkworm. They grow in size, and when the caterpillar is ready to enter this next
Okay.
stage of
Fine, Mira. First of all, we are going to understand this process, right? And then we will just read that. Exactly why we are discussing this?
To understand sericulture.
Just a second, Mira. Just a second. Okay. Yes. First of all, because we want silk. So we are going to start growing that silkworms from where we are going to get our silk. So ये question पहले clear कर दो कि animals नहीं, we are going to get it from whom? Worms. है ना? Worms से हमें silk मिलने वाला है, right? So we need to understand exactly how they are giving us that silk. So we need to understand their life cycle. Life cycle यानी life cycle means we were. Yes, routine नहीं बेटा. It's like the different phases of our life. है ना? We were at the time of birth, what we were? Child. Okay, you can say that the infant. Infant से फिर child. When then you can say that the teenager, then adult. Okay, after that what is that? Baggage. Okay, post. You can say that the last phase will be.
Then we can't see your PPT.
Yes, beta. I'm not sharing it right now, but don't worry. Okay, now I will share. Fine. Now I will share. Yes, beta. What is your doubt? Yes, beta. What is your doubt?
No, ma'am, no doubt.
No, not you, beta. Someone is just speaking in. Yes, beta. Okay, fine. I think that is the background noise. Are you able to see this one?
You must have seen that mom wears beautiful, soft and shiny saris on special occasions. The texture, beauty and the luster of the fabric grabs a lot of attention and appreciation. But what is this fabric exactly? It's nothing but silk. Yes, we have come across this term several times. Let us now understand what silk is and how the fibers are obtained. To start with, can you tell me the source of silk fibers? Is it a plant or any animal? It's an animal. This small worm called a silkworm gives us silk threads. But how can we get threads from such tiny creatures? And how many threads can this little one give us? Let's get to know the complete process by understanding the silkworm's life cycle. To begin with, the first stage is where the eggs are laid by the female moth on leaves. Which plant leaves are preferred by the moths? It is the leaves of plants like mulberry which are preferred. So the egg stage is the first stage. The next stage is where the eggs develop into larvae. Larvae are forms that appear somewhat.
Okay, we have started the life cycle. Okay, life cycle of silkworm. So first, what is the stage? What was the first stage?
Eggs.
Eggs means we are going to start the story from the eggs, right? That eggs will hatch and what will comes out.
To begin with,
Wow.
the first stage is where the
Silkworm.
eggs are laid by the female moth on leaves. Which plant leaves are preferred by the moths?
Now this is important.
It is the leaves of plants like
Backside of mulberry. What are the mulberry? Mulberries are, we call them shetur. Okay, shetur देखे कभी खाया है? Okay, I'll show you the image. Okay, उसके leaves के ऊपर ये होते हैं moth, female moth. Moth यानी जो worms है वो. Right now you can see there will be one body and these are the wings. Okay, तो उसके backside पे they are going to lay the eggs. Okay, not all the time, but yes, you can see these are the eggs. These eggs will start hatching
mulberry
out.
which are preferred. So the egg stage is the first stage. The next stage is where the eggs develop into larvae. Larvae are forms that appear somewhat like this. Yes, the worm-like structure.
Okay, जैसे we call them worms. Worms are what? Worms are like in rainy season or when you are going to get your vegetables. Okay, in green.
Small creatures.
Right, small creatures. आपके जो vegetables के specifically cauliflower में छोटी छोटी सी जो worms होते हैं, right? So they will get converted into first of all larvae. Okay, these are the
In vegetables.
correct. Yes, beta. Right, larva. Fine. So this larvae is then it will be followed by.
The larvae grow in size by feeding themselves on the mulberry leaves. So the growth in these is gradual. The growth stages of these larvae are also given a scientific name. The stages are called instar. In literal terms, instar means the phase between the two molting processes of the insect larva.
Instar. Don't worry, in detail in 7th standard you are not going to study this, fine, but yes, remember this larvae. Okay, that is a worm-like structure, and this next stage, that is the insect larva, means your larva will get converted into insect larva, means now it will not longer look like the that the smaller creature, okay, like larva.
So in this case, we can say the larvae
Okay,
grow
now
into
notice this. First of all, notice this, what you are noticing it here. And now let me know, just give me a moment, two minutes, take 2 minutes and just see this 4 images carefully. Okay, what is the difference?
Ma'am, in the first picture, it is that there is a small worm inside that leaf, and after that, it eats some leaf.
Correct.
And it's bigger, and in that fourth picture, it bigger so much.
Yes, means it will start growing in their particular size by eating this mulberry leaves. Once they will just get at birth, no, they will start eating this mulberry leaves, or थोड़े ही time में within one night they are going to eat almost that portion, okay, of that mulberry leaves, okay, and they are going to increase continuously into their size.
instar, second instar, third instar, and so on till they feed themselves enough. Once the larvae are content with the amount of food consumed, that is the leaves, they enter the next stage. This stage is their resting phase. So for resting, all we need is a cozy cover around ourselves.
Okay, so अब खाना बहुत खा लिया, like in summer season, right? अगर lunch ज़्यादा कर लिया, what we will need next time, next point, the next point is that we just need our bed. We just need to rest, right? So here also, once they are done with their eating phase, okay, means continuously they are going to feed themselves. So the next phase is resting phase.
Just like the blanket that we take while sleeping. Similarly, even these larvae try to make a cover around them. This is when they secrete slimy thread-like structures from their mouth. They swirl their head in all directions when secreting the threads.
Okay, it's something
As a
like,
result of
like Spider-Man. It's going to release its web from the hand, okay, that particularly from the wrist. Here they are going to release that thread from their mouth. This is important, okay, from where they are going to release it. And they are going to cover one shell-like structure. Okay, here you can see completely cover their body.
this movement, a thick coat of threads gets formed around their complete body. This coat is called the cocoon.
Okay, and they are going to form this, okay, a safe structure for them, just like they have weaving, they are just weaving their home, they are just constructing their home. They are going to live inside, means not permanently, but they are just doing it because there is one purpose behind it. But this structure is known as cocoon. Fine.
Did you know that this cocoon is what is of great interest to us? Because it is this structure that will give us the silk threads.
Okay, now what is this? This structure is nothing but our raw material of silk. Okay, nothing else. This cocoon is the raw material that we are going to separate. But what will happen now next? We need to kill that inner, what is that? Worm, if we want to remove silk. So we are going to see the next point.
After we process it. Once the cocoon is formed, the larva inside it starts resting and enters the next stage of its life cycle called the pupa stage.
After cocoon,
The pupa stage is where the organism is sessile, which means it does not usually move and it starts developing the organs which
it's something like eggs. You know that inside the eggs, the chicken will start developing, right? And once it will get developed fully, it will just hatch the egg and will comes out. Similarly here, now pupa will not move. Okay, they have completed their process of constructing cocoon. Now they are not going to move, right? So they will start developing their organs because they need to convert into what? Moth. Moth means what? Generally we are telling them fudu, राइट फुदू फुदू यानी आपने शाम को मॉनसून में देखा होगा कि बहुत स्मॉलर स्मॉलर साइज के इंसेक्ट्स घूमते हैं राइट विंग्स ओके बेटा
which adult moths have. So here, the pupa rests inside the cocoon and starts developing into an adult. After it develops completely, the next stage, that is the adult stage, is reached. The mature moth is now ready to break the cocoon and fly away. This is the complete life cycle of a silkworm.
Okay, we need to draw this. Egg, after that larva, larva to resting phase, pupa, and then this is the moth. Okay, this is the moth, not butterfly, but moth. Fine, now this is the adult form. Fine, this is the life cycle of silkworm, full life cycle. Once again, this form will lays the eggs and that cycle will continue, right? But now the point is that what will happen in this case, you know that they are going to feed them. After that, they are going to start covering their body with the cocoon. And then resting phase, they are going to rest means they are not going to move, and then they are going to start developing their organs inside. And then once it will get fully developed, it will just hatch this cocoon, or you can see that the pupa will comes out.
Worm. So now can you tell me how silk is obtained from these animals? The cocoon is the main source of silk threads. Once the pupa develops into an adult and flies away leaving the cocoon behind, the cocoons can be collected and the threads are obtained. The threads in a cocoon are extremely strong. They are surprisingly as strong as steel threads. The process
This is important. Okay, important question. These threads of silk are stronger that you can compare it with the steel threads. Okay, steel yani metal ke threads. That's why we are removing that thread from the cocoon. Okay, that question will come. That why we are removing the thread from the cocoon only. एक बार वो hatch कर देगा उसके बाद भी हम वो silk ले सकते हैं ना. But at the time of cocoon formation वो silk thread ज्यादा strong होता है. Okay, बाकी के thread से. Yes बेटा. Yes बेटा. Question?
No, ma'am.
Fine.
Processing of these threads further gives us the silk fibers. In short, these are the 4 developmental stages of a silkworm's life cycle. The eggs come first, then the larval stage, followed by the pupal stage, and lastly the adult stage,
Okay, can you see this life cycle?
where the mature moths fly out of the cocoon.
This is the last.
But
stage.
how and where do we get these cocoons from? Do we have to go to the forests where the mulberry trees are? Is there any other way to get them? The silkworms are reared in special farms. Rearing of these
Okay,
silkworms
so that's why we are learning that sericulture. Sericulture why? Because हमें उतनी क्वांटिटी में इतना सिल्क और ककून नहीं मिलेंगे अगर आप फॉरेस्ट में या मलबेरी लीव्स पे जाते हो जितना हम उसको एक जगह एक लैब के अंदर उसको ग्रो करेंगे, राइट? कल्चर करेंगे उसको, राइट? कल्चर यानी ज्यादा नंबर में. फाइन. So that's why we are doing that sericulture, because our requirement for silk is more than that our expectation.
is a profitable industry by itself.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Ma'am, why these cocoons were attracted by lights?
Cocoons are attracted by lights or moth are attracted by lights? Moth, right? Moth yani जो moth होते थे they are going to attract. Cocoon is what बेटा? Cocoon they are going to cover their body. White color का जो structure था that is cocoon. Okay? Yes बेटा, समझ में आया पहले? हाँ, cocoon यानी क्या है? That your worm is going to cover their body fully with that silk fibers, raw fibers, right? तो cover करने के बाद तो they cannot see that and they are not going to perform any other activity. Okay, they are going to start developing their organs after that. But आप जो बोल रहे हो कि light से वो attracted क्यों होते हैं? Okay, that is moth or insect that we can see. Fine. तो they are going to get attracted by light because that is the one thing. Suppose chemiluminescence, yani you know that what is radium?
Yes.
Radium के star होते हैं, right? That we are using from stationery shop. We are bringing it at our home, right? And we are just sticking it. So night time pe you will see that it's going to be glow. So in this similar manner, these are the insects. They are going to be attracted by the light. Okay, it's something like that. Snakes or some other animals that they are going to attracted to a specific object. Okay, so the reason behind that, yes, Shlok, yes, beta. Shlok, you are there? Yes, beta. Yes, beta. What's your question?
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So the main part is that light will attract that insect specifically. Okay, because the structure of eyes, if you will see, you know, that will be completely different. Suppose if we take example in snake, so snake cannot easily see just like us. जैसे हम पूरी body का structure 3D में देख सकते हैं, right? Or you can say that with color and activity we can see. The similar thing that will not happen in case of snake's eye. Okay, तो वहां पे उनको सिर्फ एक 3D में इमेज दिखती है. इमेज इन द सेंस कि पूरी नहीं, एक कोई एक स्ट्रक्चर वहां पे खड़ा है उतना ही दिखता है, राइट? सो दे आर गोइंग टू रिएक्ट डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दैट बॉडी टेम्परेचर एंड ऑल. Similarly, this moth or insects, they are going to be attracted by कि कोई बाहर अगर ऐसे कोई चीज ग्लो करते है, right? So they are going to attract it towards it. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So sericulture, coming back to sericulture.
The practice of culturing silkworms is called sericulture. Next, we will see this beautiful practice of sericulture and understand how silk fibers are obtained from the cocoons.
Now, next part is that how we are going to get the silk. Okay, from the cocoons. Okay, that is important. Exactly what we are going to do. Fine. Here we are going to see one interesting part. Exactly what's happening. This is the natural form. Okay. This one is a natural form. Exactly sericulture, how it's going on. Okay, not the animated video. These are the mulberry leaves. Specifically, like just like that, you know that pandas, they are living on that bamboos only, right? Similarly, here you will see they are living on the mulberry silk or mulberry leaves only. They are preparing smaller chunks of that mulberry leaves, and they are going to use this natural bamboo. Okay, they are not going to use that plastic or metallic, and we can use for that culture, but right now they are using this natural source. Okay, can you see that here? This platform specifically, they are they are going to just made it for whom? The silkworms. They are going to eat them, and they are continuously going to grow, right? This one is the larva stage. Okay. After that, what is the next stage? Cocoon formation. This all are the larva stage. Okay, they already completed that food. Okay, it's something like that you are giving that food to buffaloes and cows. Okay, they are just feeding them, nothing else. This white color structure, all of them are the pupa. Now what they are doing right now, they are giving them stability, so that now taking this, as the base material, they are going to start developing what? They are going to start developing that cocoon around their body. Okay, beta. Now that you were confused about it, no, that cocoon or moth के बीच का difference क्या है? Okay, moth is the fully adult form. Cocoon is this one, this white color structure that they are forming around their bodies. Okay, this
By
is
which from which the moth is coming is known as cocoon.
yes, beta. You are correct कि ये cocoon से जो बाहर आएगा that is moth only. You are correct, partially correct, but there is difference between cocoon and moth. Okay, it's something like egg और chicken के बीच में difference होगा. Chicken जो है वो egg से ही बाहर आएगा, right? It's something like that. So this is our raw material of silk. Okay. Yes, उसी से बाहर आएगा. इसलिए it's just developing this cocoon so that it can grow and develop inside. For a specific time, they are going to provide the sunlight as well for their growth and development. So that it will become harder once that it, before that it will come in particularly in contact with the air. What will happen? And the specific, okay, we are going to continue next session. First of all, we'll continue this video. Okay. Okay, for today's session, it's enough. In next session, we are going to continue, beta. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Next session, we are going to continue now. That's it for this session. Okay.
Bye, ma'am.
Yes, bye, beta. Okay, yeah, we'll continue next session. Okay, the remaining process we are going to continue. Fine. Bye, beta.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Complete?
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay then. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.